Hello, welcome to Pen and Paper ASMR. Today I wanted to set up the new week in my bullet journal with you. I've done that a couple of times on camera before, and I've gone a week or so without really using my bullet journal. I probably did have time, but it felt like I didn't have time to use it, so I'm just going to get back into it with just a simple spread, nothing overly fancy, but it is nice to have one fresh setup. And so today is Monday, so technically I'm gonna have to do that thing where you write down what you did and then check it off, which I know that kind of defeats the point of a to-do list, I think. But that's what I'm gonna have to do for today. I had today off from work. It's Veterans Day here in the United States today, which is it's an observed holiday, and some places will get the day off for it, and I work at a place where we got the day off. So I'm gonna go ahead, open to my next, let's see, I used that one. So this is my next blank page, and sometimes, more so when I get towards the end of my journals, I'll try to squeeze more weeks in, so I'll do like 1 week per page, whereas when I have plenty of pages left, which I have all those left, I'm not as concerned about conserving space, so I'm going to be doing a 2-page weekly spread, but nothing super crazy fancy. It's actually going to be quite basic, but sometimes basic things, they're okay to watch because nothing really interesting goes on. So this is my, it's called a planny pack. I didn't make that up. That is literally what it's called. Right now I just have some of my black gel pens in here. I have a ruler, and then I have my dot markers. I might use these, I might not. And then I have a couple, these are jelly rolls, and I believe these are Stardust, the Stardust line. I'm not sure. I'm probably just gonna go with gold, like the regular metallic gold. I think that it's nice. It's a nice shade of gold. Sometimes metallic pens can be kind of like they almost look like brownish, greenish gold, but this one truly is gold, and so I like that one. And then I also have little page flags and my paint swatch stickers. Essentially they're clear. Well, not clear, but they're not opaque. Like you can see through the sticker, and they're kind of papery, so you can write on them too. But you can put them over things as well, kind of like a highlight. Anyway, so yeah, I'll probably use the gold, which probably means I'll use the yellow dot marker as well. I can move that out of the way now. So this is what I'm gonna use. This is the guide that comes with my bullet journal. It just tells you when you lay it down where to draw your lines to divide up the page. So I'm gonna use that, and then this is that metallic gold jelly roll. This is the Zig Clean Color Dot, and this one's yellow. I think it has a fancy name. Yeah, it's called Butter, but it's just light yellow. And then this is an Energel, and this is a 0.5 needle tip pen. This is my preferred pen. So actually, I'm getting that out. I'm getting ahead of myself. The first thing I always do when I'm doing just like a basic bullet journal spread is I write the date at the top. Sometimes I do it like in all capitals. Sometimes I do like 1 letter per box. But lately I've been liking to just do kind of like that faux calligraphy. You can kind of see it there, but sometimes I'll make it, you know, where the down strokes would be bold when you like kind of fake it and color it in. Sometimes I just leave it plain. So we'll see how smooth my lines are, and that will dictate whether or not I leave it plain. So today is November 11th, and so I'm just gonna start up here. And some people I know have a pet peeve about this, but I do it all lowercase. I don't use the proper capitalization for the month being a proper noun. Okay, honestly, my lines are pretty smooth. Sorry, I hit my printer off over here. Not the biggest fan of my spacing over here, but that's all right. I definitely was more spaced out over here, and then they got a little more scrunchy, but that's perfectly fine. And so November, and I said today is the 11th through, let's see, so today is Monday, which would be the 11th, which would make Tuesday, the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. Okay, and I plan Monday through Sunday. So today is the 11th, so Tuesday would be the 12th, Wednesday would be the 13th, Thursday would be the 14th, Friday would be the 15th, Saturday the 16th, and then finally Sunday would be the 17th. So that's where we're sitting at right now. And then because I like things to be even, we're going to use the vertical side of the guide. And essentially, yeah, I could split it up, you know, 3 on one page, 4 on the other. I just do 4 and 4. And I just use the first box to be like the header space. Sometimes I'll use that space for like extra notes. Sometimes I'll use it for like a quote. I don't really have anything in mind today. Like I said, it just needs to be easy this week. So the number 4 is light green. So the light greens, they're here and here. So that means that there's not enough boxes. If you start at the top, it would leave you a remainder. So there's one on either side. So I'm actually going to just scoot it down one, that way they are all truly even. But what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna draw lines. I'm just gonna write the like the, oh gosh, what am I trying to say? The date, like the numeric date at each mark. So I'm gonna go one in, kind of like I did up there. And so I'm gonna do it, oh goodness gracious, sorry. The 11th, 12th. Ooh, and this pen can smear something terrible, so I don't wanna glide over it if I don't need to. And then over on this page, I'm gonna do the same thing, but this one's gonna have 4. This is gonna have Thursday through Sunday. So I'm just gonna go again, just 1 in, and I'm gonna start at 1. Let's see, yeah, 1 lower than what it technically should be according to the guide. So I did do the 13th. So this will be the 14th. 15th, 16th, 17th. Okay. So, I mean, realistically, I could just leave it looking like this and I think it would be fine. It would be functional. I could just draw like a box or a circle or what have you around the numbers, and that would work. That would designate a spot for each thing. Really, you don't even have to do that. But I still like to write something instead of a line. I just like to write the day of the week. So you can do it, just in print or something. I'm just gonna do like the abbreviated name of the day of the week. So like from Monday, I'll do MON instead of the whole thing. And I'm just gonna do the same kind of font as up there. So I'm gonna skip a space and then I'm gonna make it a little smaller than up there as well. Next one is gonna be T-U-E for Tuesday. Wednesday is just W-E-D. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah. Fun fact, my camera is my phone. My tripod, camera stand, what have you. You're just a contraption, or you're on a contraption made of journals and a side table up on my desk. So I just need to make sure that everything is actually in frame when we do this. Okay, so then this one is Thursday. I'll just do THU for Thursday, keep the 3-letter thing consistent. Friday will be F-R-I. Saturday, S-A-T. And Sunday, S-U-N. Okay. So honestly, that's about the bulk of what I do on a normal week. I know I've done ones that have been a little more involved. Part of me did that for like a video because I was like, okay, if I'm gonna put this on the internet, it's gotta be interesting at least. But I mean, is ASMR supposed to be interesting, or is it supposed to be like calming and kind of boring? Could go either way, I guess. And then sometimes my future self hates my old self because I put too many dots on each day. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put 3 dots every day but Sunday. I don't normally use a ton of dots on Sunday, but I'm just gonna place my dots. I'm gonna go the date line, skip one, and then do a dot. So I'm gonna go dot, dot, dot. You might not be able to see that. It's very light. And I'm just gonna do 3 dots every day. And now a benefit to doing this, pre-planning format, is that if you're doing something, like if I am at work and something pops into my head and I don't necessarily have the time to get all of my pens, dot marker, everything out, I don't have to do that. I already have a little checkbox and I can just write it in. So now I have some header space if I need to make any notes up here. I have my full week ahead. I can plan anything there. And if you happen to find this video and you're watching it and you're like, okay, I get it, but that's super impractical because what if something comes up for like next week? that's a pretty fair point. And so Ryder Carroll, the guy who kind of invented the bullet journal system, if you go and you search like bullet journal on YouTube or like bullet journal method, you're gonna find his video, and he explains exactly how it was intended to be used. He has other really interesting productivity videos, but this isn't necessarily what it started out as. And he has like a future log, the system and everything like that. Let me check and make sure I don't have super sensitive information. Oh my goodness. I did a video where I set up these pages. Okay, yeah, so just to show you real quick, in case you're questioning the bullet journal method after watching me do this, you can make it however you want. It's a journal. There are no rules. Unless you want to follow the original rules, then there are rules. But I just have a task page. So for things that come up, I mean, my weeks are pretty routine. I don't normally have things out of the ordinary. If I'm being honest, I pretty much know what to expect day to day. But like, I'm able to put dates. So like on September 1st, I needed to decide if I wanted to keep using the shampoo bars that I had done like a subscribe and save with. By August 7th, or on August 7th, I wanted to remind myself that my Google subscription will renew. I do it yearly. And then on November 15th, I have to place an IKEA order and text my brother because he's going to pick it up for me. So it's like things like that. And then I also have a recurring task page as well. So it's like, for a credit card. I pay my balance off in full every month, but I kind of structure it so it's not just showing $0. Whatever. That's a whole different topic. But essentially, I pay off the bulk of my credit card at the end of the month, and then I pay the rest of it off shortly after the 1st, because that's when the billing cycle, that's when the due date is and everything. No, that's the end of the statement cycle. My bad. Sorry. So anyway, does not matter. But essentially, I have a table full of recurring tasks like that. And so it's like every month on whatever day, I pay off the majority and then I just cross it off the table. That way I'm not having to constantly write the same tasks because my life is so routine at this point in time. That's something that you could consider, like if you're doing something monthly, several times a month, do you really want to write it out 12 times in a year, or do you just want to have to cross it off? So I think that was kind of a tangent. But that's kind of explaining why I plan the way I plan. This week, doesn't really have any extraordinary events. I'll probably put on here, Veterans Day as like an event because it's a holiday, and my work was closed. But really, I put like the days I run. I'm not someone who washes my hair every day, so I'll put the days that I plan to wash my hair. Nothing super consequential ends up going in here. But things you don't want to forget, things that might differ a little bit from week to week. This kind of thing really helps. I would say if you're gonna have a busy couple of weeks and you want to use a bullet journal, you could do 7 and 7 days. That way you can look at the whole week on its own, or the whole 2 weeks altogether. But that's up to you. But regardless, this is done. You've just been staring at it and listening to me ramble if you're still here. So I'll leave that be for now. Just a simple idea to set up your bullet journal. If you like to bullet journal, and or if you want to try bullet journaling, this is not as scrapbooky as some things, not as, involved like day to day, like no trackers or anything on this one, no check-in blocks. Those are really cool, but they take a little more engagement. But yeah, so if you want something simple, maybe a little bit more than what the original method has to offer, but still doing like classic, or not classic, but more minimal. Believe it or not, this is on the minimal side of some things that you'll find. This is just an idea. Very quick, very plain. But yeah, I will let you go for now. Thank you so much for watching and listening to my ramblings about a very simple bullet journal. And let me know if you like this idea, if you would change anything about it. Or maybe you do your bullet journal a completely different way. Oh gosh, I'm still rambling. Anyway, let me know if you have something to say. Let me know if you have any questions. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.